another video we showed you how to make a gravity-fed water filtration system. Make sure to check out that video. I'll try to put a link either in the description or in another place in this video for you to see it. Now he's talking to us about how to maintain or and get the filters prepared for use.
Okay, so in the last video we just simply put it all together, but it was, you know, just using my hands, which aren't the cleanest. We gotta sanitize all of that. So we gotta sanitize the stem of the filters just with some rubbing alcohol. That foam pad we're gonna clean with soap and water. Once that is all together, reinstalled, the spigot cleaned out as well, the inside of the bucket's cleaned out, then we're good to go with filling up the top bucket with water so that it can begin filtering. That presupposes we already primed these as well, so that we worked out all the air out of it. So you fill it up, let it filter through the first 5 gallons, and it's recommended that first initial 5 gallons that's filtered, toss out, because you have the sediment, you have stuff like this. You can see it on my hands that works its way through the filter. That's perfectly normal. If you see that black in the bottom compartment, just throw it out, and then after that, it's good to use. Each of them are good for 3,000 gallons of water. So I have 4 of them, so that's in theory 24,000 gallons of water that I can filter before they need to be replaced. Every couple of months I clean out the entire bucket system with soap and water. Again, whenever you clean it out, make sure you don't use anything that's abrasive, that's going to scratch the inside of those buckets. And these filters themselves will need to be cleaned as well. Don't use soap on them. Don't put them in a dishwasher. You just rinse them off. If there's a buildup on it from sediment, you're gonna need to use a Scotch-Brite pad, something like that. It's okay if you take the black off and it wears down over time. That's perfectly fine. Whenever I first started using this, I just put the water from the well water just straight into the bucket, and sediment caked this all over, and it really flowed down the flow of the filters, and I had to put in some real muscle I use steel wool to get all off, and but after a little bit of work I was able to get them working good again. After that experience, I put a pre-filter so the water flows through it, that pre-filter to get any of the silt out. And that really helped with the longevity of needing to clean these. I've never had to take steel wool like that before to scrub them to get them where they can flow again. So I recommend a pre-filter if you're able to get one. Maybe it could be linked, a picture of what he's talking about. So that's about it by way of maintenance. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy.
So next we're going to be going into showing you how to prime a filter. What are some things to consider with the water? Like in this instance we'll be using water from the tap, but can you explain the thought why we're using the water from the tap in this situation, and when do you not want to use the water from the tap to prime it?
Yeah. So you just want to use a clean water source. The stuff from the municipal stuff is fine for, I feel safe just using the municipal water to prime this initially. But if you don't have clean water where you're at, you're gonna need to get clean water somehow. So by bottled water, you could use some bottled water to put the priming O-ring on there, and then you'll just need a way to force. You need some water pressure behind the water just to force the air out and the water in. It'll fill up You'll fill it up initially. Hold a good seal, and here you'll see it coming through in a second. It's filling up. So it's working the air out right now as we speak. There you go. It's starting to bead. You can see that happening slowly. So the whole thing is penetrated. There you go. So that's what it looks like, all 360 all the way around. See the water being forced through there. That's it. Do that for all 4 of them. We're good to go.
Hopefully you found this video helpful. Hit the subscribe button, and if you found it helpful, would you please encourage us also by leaving us a thumbs up. Make sure to check out our other videos. If you did not catch the video on how to make the gravity-fed water filter, I'm going to try to put that somewhere around at this end, either on one side of this. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.